Today I am going to introduce you Searle's typology or Searle's taxonomy or the Searle's speech act theory. John Searle is another important philosopher and linguist who has written about speech acts. He has elaborated Austin's speech act theory in his book having the title Speech Acts and has added his own dimensions to it. Searle has developed an extensive model of classifying or categorizing illocutionary acts. Searle classified illocutionary acts into 5 different categories. They are as follows: number 1, assertives; number 2, directives; number 3, commissives; number 4, expressives; and fifth one is declaratives. Now, in detail, I am going to explain one by one. The first one is assertives. Assertiव्स त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये खात्रीदायक विधाने असं म्हणतो. Searle defines assertives as those kinds of utterances or verbs which commit the speaker to the truth of the proposition expressed by him or her. In other words, in such utterances, the speaker asserts that whatever is said by him is true. The listeners may accept the truth or not. Even the utterances may be tactfully true or false. Only the assertives, that is, verbs or utterances, highlight that the propositions are believed as true by the speaker. Verbs like boast, complain, conclude, assert, state, report, claim, etc. make the propositions assertive. For example, I complained that I was not allowed in the meeting. In the above sentence, the proposition is I was not allowed in the meeting. Here, the speaker completely believes in the truth of what he or she has complained. Others may believe her or not. In the same way, in reality, his or her complaint itself may be true or false. Second one example, he concluded that the pilot had lost control of his aeroplane. Here, the speaker firmly says that his conclusion is that the pilot had lost control of the aeroplane. He commits with the truth of what he has said. The reason may be the same or some other, but others may believe the speaker or not. Thus, assertives carry the values of false and true. Second one point is directives. As the word directive suggests, directives are those utterances which represent the efforts of the speaker to make the hearer do something. Such utterances or illocutionary acts include verbs like advise, order, ask, request, beg, pray, permit, etc. Third one point I am going to explain, that is commissives. According to Searle, commissives are those illocutionary acts which commit the speaker to some future action. In other words, in commissive utterances, the speaker makes a commitment or a promise to do something in future. Thus, commissives are opposite to directives. In directives, it is the hearer who has to do something, while In commissives, it is the speaker who is going to do some action. In this kind of utterances, verbs like commit, promise, assure, vow, pledge, guarantee, etc. are used. For example, Miriam promised to maintain the school forever. In this utterance, Miriam, the speaker, makes a commitment. Commitment means मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला बांधिलकी म्हणतो, or a promise that she will maintain the school forever. The next one point I am going to explain, that is expressives. The expressive illocutionary act expresses the psychological attitude towards an event which is supposed to be true. Verbs like thank, congratulate, apologize, welcome, deplore, etc. are used in such types of utterances. For example, I congratulate you for passing the SET examination. Here the speaker presumes that you have passed the SET examination. Second one example, I welcome what my friend has said. Here the speaker's attitude is that what his friend has said is worthy to be welcomed. Thus, in an expressive illocutionary act, the speaker's attitude to the proposition is expressed. The truth values of the proposition is not questioned. In simple language, whether has expressed proposition is true or false is not taken into account. What is considered is what is being expressed. In expressive illocutionary acts, the property of the proposition is directly relatable to the speaker or the hearer. In this way, expressive illocutionary acts are mostly polite. Only in some cases, such as blaming and accusing, it becomes impolite. The fifth one point, that is declaratives, I am going to explain in detail. Declarations are those utterances in which the speaker state of affairs into existence by declaring it to exist. For example, the priest says, I declare you husband and wife. As soon as the priest says it, the state of their being husband and wife comes into existence. Till that time, they were individuals who wished to get married. Then second one example I am going to explain. I appoint you the chairman of the board. When one says the above statement, the state of the person's being a chairman comes into existence before the time he was just a member. Then next one point, that is the conclusion. In conclusion, I would like to mention in this way John Searle, a linguist who has written much about speech act theory. His ideas have developed himself. And the next one point, that is the Searle's typology or the taxonomy, that called as Searle's speech act theory, which is a model of classifying or categorizing illocutionary acts. In this way, today's lecture I explained in detail Searle's typology, that calls as a Searle's taxonomy. Thank you very much.